So hey guys, today we have Akshat Jain and he is having 2.7 year of experience in Java, Spring Boot and microservices domain. And this interview is gonna be very interesting. Please watch till the end. And those who want to give same free mock interview, please fill out the form below in the description. So now let's get started. Hey, hello Akshat, how are you?
Yeah, hi Faizan, how are you? I'm fine.
Yes, I'm also good. Shall we start?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So Akshat, can you please introduce yourself and your recent project in brief?
Yes, myself Akshat Botra. I'm
Mm-hmm.
currently working in TCS with
Mm-hmm.
2.7 years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
In during this time, I have two project experience. One is of retail domain. It is
Mm-hmm.
Sainsbury project, and another one is recently I'm working on. It is BFSI domain parts compliance. Here, I
Okay.
am. My role is for Java and Spring Boot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what's your day-to-day task?
My day-to-day task is to firstly the check the emails in
Mm-hmm.
Outlook and Teams, and after that we have a stand-up call at
Mm-hmm.
10:30. In 10:30 we discuss all the tasks we have done the previous day,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
the some blockers we have to discuss with the lead. And after that we are going with the day plan that what we have to do, like some
Mm-hmm.
CRs and some like bugs we have also do for the
Okay.
product.
So it means you are troubleshooting the bugs and you are also
Yeah,
working in dev side,
yeah,
right? Making REST APIs.
yeah.
Uh,
If developing part stops, so we have to also managing the support part of also what
support
we have
part.
developed, what we
Okay.
develop.
Okay. So like what's a sprint structure in your project? Are you following
Uh,
agile or waterfall?
yeah, so we follow agile methodology. Like
Okay.
sprint structure is 2 to 3 weeks of sprint cycle in that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
basically, there is like sprint cycle, we have a status code, and
Mm-hmm.
also there is daily scrum code in
Mm-hmm.
that. And after that, conclusion, sprint retrospective call is also in our project.
Okay. Okay. So can you tell me what's the recent features you guys are working on?
Like recent feature in our project, we have migrated our application from C++ to Java.
Okay.
Like
So
we
any
have a
challenges you
product.
are facing?
Yeah, there are so many challenges. Firstly, we don't know like how to convert like CPP because
Mm-hmm.
we are working on Java. So firstly,
Mm-hmm.
we have to analyze the C++ part. So
Mm-hmm.
firstly, we go through all the code and how we can convert. We have to make a logic according to that.
Mm-hmm.
Then, previously, we are using some other database. We are using Oracle database. Now we have
Mm-hmm.
to convert the Postgres, and here we use like plain text or criteria API. So
Mm-hmm.
accordingly to that, we manage the code and we
Okay.
develop our code.
Got it. So moving ahead, mm, can you explain the concept of object-oriented programming in Java?
Yeah, the object-oriented programming concept in Java.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, there are some features of object-oriented, like
Mm-hmm.
firstly encapsulation, abstraction,
Mm-hmm.
inheritance,
Mm-hmm.
polymorphism are
Mm-hmm.
the basic concepts of object-oriented programming.
Okay.
Like,
Is
yeah,
interface pillar of object-oriented programming?
like with the help of interface, it is not a we can say pillar
Mm-hmm.
because you know the diamond problem,
Mm-hmm.
if you know inheritance like parent. So with the
Yes,
help
yes.
of interface, we can achieve, we can resolve that. So I can
Okay.
say that.
Okay. So is Java 100% object-oriented programming language?
No, Java is not 100% object oriented because
Mm-hmm.
of derived data types like primitive data types,
Mm-hmm.
int, char, boolean, double.
Okay.
But we can achieve it by the paper class.
Mm. Okay. What are the advantages of Java being partially object-oriented?
Java being partially object
Partially,
oriented.
as we know, Java is
Yeah.
partially object-oriented. So what are its advantages?
The advantage of Java is partially object oriented, like we can use the int and all the data types in our
Mm-hmm.
project. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to use basically like int or the primitive data types have split fast, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So as per my understanding, I think this is the feature of partially objected programming.
Yeah, yeah, like I mean, we can use mixed features
Yeah, mixed feature.
fully for fully and like non-fully, right? And
Yes,
non-object types like integers, booleans, say helps runs Java faster and use less memory. Okay.
yes,
So Akshat, before moving ahead, I would like to share one important thing with you. Actually, we had launched complete interview preparation material, structured step by step by myself, expert and MNC's interviewers. And the best part is that now no one need to go anywhere else to prepare interviews. There is a 99% chance that interviewers will ask questions from this material. So basically, it contains a lot of material categorized by experience level. Means each experience level has different material with all possible interview question and answer for Java, Spring Framework, Maven, Git, Spring Boot, Spring Security, Spring Data GPA, Kafka, microservices, Java coding questions, Stream API coding questions, and many more. I have provided the link to get this in the below description. And if someone needs this material plus two real enterprise client projects for reference, plus one-on-one lifetime doubt sessions and referrals to the MNCs, then they should check the interview preparation kit. I will provide the link for this as well in the description below. So now moving to our interview. Okay, so what's the use of object-oriented programming languages in enterprise projects?
the main is like object entity relationship mapping. Like
Mm-hmm.
we have a class or objects. Like real, we can do the real world task with the help of objects in
Mm-hmm.
enterprise solution.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the main thing.
Okay. Okay, so what's the entry point of Java program?
The entry point of Java program is the main class.
Main public static void main
Yeah,
class.
public static void by string args argument.
Okay. So can you explain each term like what is public here, what is static here, and why it is void here, and why also?
Yeah, like I don't know the ism,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm try. Like firstly, the public is a access modifier,
Mm-hmm.
and static is a keyword we use everywhere. Like and void like is the return type. Void have a null return type,
Mm-hmm.
and the main we like denoted as a class, and
Okay.
here string is
So
also class. Yeah.
so can you also explain why it is static?
Yeah, static means the value of the thing is throughout the program we are
Mm.
unable to change it. So static,
Okay.
if you something, it mainly the go throughout the program the same. I think
Mm-hmm.
why it is static.
Okay. So I don't know. I actually what you are trying to say, but yes, static means we don't need to create an object to call this method.
Yeah,
So
mainly.
that JVM doesn't need to call, I mean, create object for this. It can call directly our main method.
Yes.
Okay, so what will happen if we declare, sorry, if we don't declare the main as a static?
Like if we give any other data type, as you said, also we don't need to create any object.
Yes,
So
yes,
we
yes.
have to create any object if we don't
No,
give any
no.
set.
Yeah, yeah, I understood. But what will with output? Let's say you have declared a main method without static, and if you run the program, so what will be the output? Will it
If we
throw an
declare
error?
the main method without a static, what will the output you are trying to say?
Hmm.
Mm, like compiler will generate some error message, I think.
Yeah, yeah, compiler, correct. Compiler will generate some error
Yeah.
methods, and the error compiler throw should look, I mean, it's look like main method is not static in class. Please define the main method as something like that. Okay. So can we override the main method?
No, we can't override the main method.
We can not override the main method. Why?
Like it is the basically the main entry point. We can use some other main method also, but we can't override the main method. I don't know why, but
Yeah,
from my
because main
understanding, we
method is a
can't.
static method and we
Yeah,
cannot override. the
All
static
right.
method. So
Yeah.
because static method belongs to the class, not the object level, so that's why we
Yeah.
cannot override the static methods, and that's why we cannot override our main method. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, that's why the in Java in functional interface
Mm-hmm.
static method introduced. Also.
Yes, yes, yes. Can we overload the main method?
Mm, I think we can overload the
We
main
can or
method.
we cannot.
Yeah, we can
We can.
because of argument we can do the
Mm-hmm.
difference. Yeah.
Correct, correct. We can overload the main method by just changing its argument. So now, my next question is, can JVM execute our overloaded main method?
Mm, JVM don't didn't execute our load
Okay.
method because JVM forgot the main method only the static which
Mm,
is provided by
yeah, yeah. So JVM only call the original main method. It will
the
never
main
call
method.
out our overloaded main method. Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the difference between primitive data types and non-primitive data types?
Like the primitive data types, as I said, int, double, char, and the
Mm-hmm.
non-primitive data types, string, array.
Mm-hmm.
We can define the length as per our requirement,
Mm-hmm.
and we can use it like whatever, like array of int. We can store in basically a non-primitive data type.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Can primitive types data types be null?
Yeah, can primitive data types be null? No. Primitive
No.
data types have a specific value. We can use like zero also initialize, but we
Mm.
can't
So
store null. I think
what are the default values of different primitive data types?
the default value of like we can say boolean. It is the default value is zero. No,
Okay. You zero for Boolean
boolean
or false for Boolean?
false for boolean.
Mm-hmm. So for Boolean it's false, for
Yeah,
int it's zero, for double it's
it's
zero point
zero.
0.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Can we declare pointer in Java?
Uh,
Hmm.
Java provides a feature for declaration of pointer, but
Okay.
we didn't use frequently.
Mm, okay.
Like
Actually,
in C++, we use
yeah,
pointers,
yeah.
but
You are
in
partially
Java,
correct. Let me correct you. Java doesn't provide the support of pointer. Mm, it
yeah,
was there in C, C++, but as Java needed to be more secure because which features of the pointer is not provided
yeah,
in Java. Neither we
for
can
the security part, yeah,
use pointer or nor Java provides the support of pointer. Okay.
yes.
Okay. So what's the difference between double equals and dot equals?
Double equals is basically used to check the reference of object, that
Mm-hmm.
objects are equal or not, and dot equals is basically to check the value, whatever is present, it is equal or
Mm-hmm. Okay. Correct. What are wrapper classes?
not. Wrapper classes, as I said, like integer have integer wrapper class,
Mm-hmm.
like double has double wrapper class, and
Integer for
zero,
int, double for double.
yeah.
Why do we need wrapper classes?
Like to converting the something, as I said, to achieve also the 100% object oriented programming, the main thing also this. And if we want to convert some string things into integer, like
Mm-hmm.
autoboxing, unboxing,
Mm-hmm.
I think for that.
Okay. Are wrapper classes final and immutable?
Mm, don't know.
Yes, wrapper classes are final and immutable. We cannot change
Yes.
those. Okay, so why we use wrapper classes in collection?
In collection, the wrapper
Like, for
classes.
example, if we want to declare hash map or something like that, we just declare integer. I mean wrapper classes, not primitive types like int and all. So why we use wrapper class in collections?
Why we use wrapper class in
Mm-hmm.
collection? I don't get at the time extra classes. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, because these collections can hold only objects. That's a rule. So that's why we cannot use primitive types here. So wrapper classes are treated as a object. So that's why we use these wrapper classes in collections.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Can you explain the difference between unboxing and autoboxing?
Like unboxing, if we convert, like it can be possible vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say like that. If integer to string we have to convert, we
Mm-hmm.
use unboxing, and if you convert string to integer, it is autoboxing. It can be vice versa.
Okay. Okay. Can you provide an example where autoboxing could lead to unexpected behavior?
Autoboxing can lead to unexpected behavior in case like if some if we want to convert an integer, but if have like big decimal.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to convert a string, we can't store in a normal integer. We have to give some big
Mm-hmm.
decimal value so we can. We
Correct.
can't store in a small vector class.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm. Is there a scenario where autoboxing and unboxing could cause a null pointer exception?
Um, yeah, I think there can be possible
Mm-hmm.
some case that autoboxing and unboxing can be stored on pointer.
Okay. What's the situation?
The situation I'm not getting right now, but it can
Okay.
possible.
So let's say if there is a null object and you are assigning null to an integer, I mean converting, then it may throw a null pointer exception. Okay. Can you explain the role of each try, catch, and finally block in exception handling?
Yeah, like basically, if we want to test some unchecked or checked exception, we
Mm-hmm.
can use for the try block.
Mm-hmm.
We can test, it can throw some, we can do any methods we can try. And
Mm-hmm.
if there is some exception, we can catch in catch block like
Mm-hmm.
exception E or any or whatever exception we cause,
Mm-hmm.
and after that we use e dot print status, e dot get message to
Mm-hmm.
printed the statement, and in
Mm-hmm.
finally block it will be it will be execute whatever in the try or case. We
Okay.
can use like system.out.println for some loggers, whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Correct. What happens if a return statement is executed inside the try or catch block? Does the finally block still execute?
Like only if system.exit or anything do, then finally block will not be executed. If also some return statement is executed, then also the final block will not execute.
Okay. So in this scenario, will finally block be executed?
No.
No. Uh, okay. Let me correct you. You are partially correct. That's true. If there is a system dot exit or something like that, then finally block will not be executed. But if there is a return statement, it will be executed.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it possible to execute a program without a catch block?
If we are using any try block, we have to use a case block also.
Okay. Uh, Cannot we use directly try finally instead of catch?
No, as per my understanding, we can't. With one try, we have to use one case.
Mhm. So yes, actually we can use try with finally block without a catch block.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Moving ahead. Mm, okay, so you already told me the condition where the finally block will not be executed. It's
Yes.
system dot exist. Okay, is there another condition as well, or This is the
Another
only.
condition for finally block will not be executed, like
When system crashes,
system
JVM
crashes,
crashes.
yeah,
Mhm.
JVM virtual machine
Mhm.
is not
Okay.
able to.
Can we write multiple finally blocks in Java?
Multiple variables, yes. No, we can't.
Yes, we cannot uh, use multiple finally blocks. They are not allowed in try catch finally block.
Yes.
What is the exception and the difference between checked and unchecked exception?
Yeah, the difference with exception is basically the error we got if we are
Mm-hmm.
running the program, and checked and unchecked is basically compile time or
Mm-hmm.
runtime. Checked
Mm-hmm.
exception are compile time, and
Mm-hmm.
unchecked are runtime. In checked exception, the examples like
Mm-hmm.
find not found, input
Mm-hmm.
output exception, and unchecked exception type arithmetic exception, null pointer exception.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Got it. Mm, how would you handle multiple exception in a single catch block?
Multiple exception in single case log, we can
Mm.
use like exception E. I think with that we can
No,
use
no, let's say I want to use different exception like IO exception, SQL exception in a single catch block. So, is there any way?
like we can use the throws keyword at point of method only
Have you
that
heard about
in
pipe,
case log.
pipe state, pipe symbol?
Yeah, or yeah, we
So
can
we can
use
use multiple
double
exception by
yeah
separating
pipe
them
symbol
through pipe.
or yeah
Hmm. What's the difference between throwable and an exception?
throwable. You what you said?
An exception. Throwable and
Throwable and
exception.
throwable and exception. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't get that question. Throwable, like if we want to throw any exception,
Mm-hmm.
if throwable, I didn't get.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. So basically, throwable is a super class of all errors and exception. Exception is just a subclass of throwable that is
Yeah.
representing recoverable conditions. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Moving ahead. What is string pool?
String pool basically it stores the value of
Mm-hmm.
string in
Mm-hmm.
it is basically in heap memory. Like
Mm-hmm.
if we create some objects for memory optimization, we basically use the string pool. If we
Mm-hmm.
create some object string s1 equals to abc and
Mm-hmm.
string s2 equals to abc, there
Mm-hmm.
are some, both abc have same value, but they are pointing some other object. So for memory optimizers, we use string pool, and both ABC pointed for S1 and S2 in
Mm-hmm.
string pool.
Okay. Okay. Are there any scenarios where using the string pool might not be beneficial?
Like if we create some different objects like
Mm-hmm.
S1 equals to new, we
Mm-hmm.
created, so it is not basically useful for that because in that condition we have to create a new object.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, yeah.
Okay. So, can you tell me the difference between string and string buffer?
String, string or string buffer only, not string
Mm-hmm.
builder. Yeah. String basically mutable, and string
Mm-hmm.
with the help of string buffer, we can use some immutable feature in string. We can't, string is like for security purpose
Mm-hmm.
or the some threat safety, string is
Mm-hmm.
mutable, but with the help of string buffer, we can
Mm-hmm.
achieve the string invertibility,
Okay.
dot append or all.
Okay. So, and what's the difference between string builder and string buffer?
Yeah, string builder basically we can use for a single thread and string buffer we can use for multi-threaded.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a scenario where string buffer is better than the string?
String buffer is better than string.
String, yes.
Yeah, if we want to like execute so many queries also
Mm-hmm.
or so many multi-thread, we can say. So
Mm-hmm.
with the help of string buffer, we can manipulating the string. We can append some parts also. So string buffer in that case is beneficial.
And what about multi-threaded environment? String buffer is more appropriate, right?
Yes, in multi-threaded environment
Mm,
because it is supports
mm,
the multi.
correct. What's the difference between string literal and string object?
String literal and string object. Yeah,
Mm,
string literal, as I said, I think string S1 we first to ABC. So
mm,
in string pool, everything is goes as I said, I think as a
mm.
literal. And the string object, if we create like equal to new, then it will be a string object.
Okay. So what's the Spring Boot version you guys are using currently?
Spring Boot 3.0. Yeah.
3.2. What are the advantages of using Spring Boot framework?
And basically, it reduces the boilerplate code,
Mm-hmm.
whatever we using. It provides some like auto configurations
Mm-hmm.
and annotations features.
Mm-hmm.
So with the help of the Spring Boot, we can do our whatever we want to do in an application in a faster way.
Okay. Can you please define the components of Spring Boot?
Yeah. The basically the components of Spring Boot, what are you trying to say? Which components?
Like the part of Spring Boot, for example, Spring Boot starter kits, auto configuration,
Yeah, yeah,
Spring Boot CLI, actuators.
yeah, yeah. Like we have some annotation feature. We have application.property. We have form.xml. With the
Mm-hmm.
help of Actuator, we can monitor the Spring Boot application slash
Mm-hmm.
metrics slash and in AOP, expected oriented programming, we can use like a cut, cross
Mm-hmm.
origin if we want to use. And there are so many features like auto configuration. Also, we can use at the rate enable auto configuration.
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
component scan. We can
Mm.
use at that repository or whatever we want to add that auto wire also to be initialization. Yeah.
Why do we prefer Spring Boot over Spring?
Like Spring provides the less feature, and in that Spring Boot provides more feature like auto
Mm.
configuration here also, and
Mm-hmm.
some dependency also here we can use
Mm-hmm.
auto configuration,
Okay.
and also some annotation, more
Mm.
annotation provided.
Can you explain the internal working of Spring Boot?
The Spring Boot basically working starts from the entry point here, like in Java, the main method. Here we
Mm.
have that Spring Boot application.
Mm.
The after that, it at that Spring Boot application, it takes here it consists of three annotation at the rate enable auto configuration at that component scan at the rate configuration. So it checks all the configuration, whatever like in beans we have in our
Mm.
program.
Mm.
Then it like in application context, it executed,
Mm.
and after that the flow goes and it check all the properties, whatever is necessary. Then the like controller service repository is on. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. What are the Spring Boot starter dependencies?
Like Spring Boot provides so many starter dependency with
Mm.
like automatically provides all the feature in the after we execute the at that Spring Boot application
Mm.
like
Mm.
Spring Boot starter JP, Spring Boot starter web.
Mm.
We can use the Java persistent API with that. We can use the web features with that. Yeah, these are the basic starter.
Okay. Okay. How does Spring Boot application get started?
At that Spring Boot application get started.
Mm.
Like as I said, at the Spring Boot application started. Like my previous answer, I think I do that. If
So do
we
you know about
are,
Spring application context, Spring application dot run? We just write these things in main file, main class.
yes, in that main class we write that.
Okay, so Spring basically Spring application starts by initializing a Spring application context which manages the bean and dependencies.
Yeah,
And we just trigger by calling Spring applications dot run in the main method, which
yeah,
setups the default configuration, start the embedded server.
yes, like Tomcat, whatever.
Okay, so in a Spring Boot application, there is one thing. Uh, there are two things: enable auto configuration, component scan. So what are their features? I mean, what they do?
Like enable auto configuration is used for like for all the dependency whichever
Mm-hmm.
required for configuration.
Mm-hmm.
And the component is can if we like denote as that component, it search
Mm-hmm.
for beam whatever if we annotated as that beam for some
Mm-hmm.
methods,
Mm-hmm.
it can scan it
Okay.
for whatever component. it is like.
Okay. What is a Spring initializer?
In initializer, we can like with the help of Spring Initializer, we can make a Spring Boot application and we can
Mm-hmm.
we can name accordingly and we can use some dependency. It
Mm-hmm.
is it has also its website springinitializer.com. We can use like if we want to use Maven as a
Mm-hmm.
build tool, Gradle as a build tool, we can.
Okay. What is a Spring Bean?
Spring Bean basically like um, it basically managed by the Spring IOC container.
Mm-hmm.
And if we want to use something like injecting some features in our
Mm-hmm.
application, we use at the red bean, and we
Okay.
can use by injecting by three types like data injection, construction injection, and filter injection. Filter is the auto.
Mm. Okay. What is Spring Boot dependency management?
Spring Boot dependency management like helps us to manage the whatever dependency we
Mm-hmm.
required with the help of Maven build tool helps in Spring Boot dependency management. With the help of it automatically manage the Spring Boot dependency whatever we required
Mm-hmm.
accordingly to that
Okay.
in
Okay.
form.xml file. Yeah.
Is it possible to change the port of embedded Tomcat server in Spring Boot?
Yes, it is possible.
How
We
can we
can change
change?
the embedded. Like if we have to go to server in that
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
at the right corner in middle side, we can
Mm-hmm.
have port number. We can change. Basically, it is 800.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever we want, we can define.
Okay. What happens if a starter dependency include conflicting version of libraries with other dependencies in the project?
Conflicting version dependency of starter.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, conflicting version it like in problem it shows some problem in the
Mm.
Maven build.
Okay. So have you heard about dependency resolution term?
Dependency resolution,
Yeah, yeah.
no,
So,
it is
when something happens like conflicting and all, so Spring Boot dependency management resolves this by the concept called dependency resolution. Okay.
okay.
So it happens automatically behind mm,
Yeah,
in the backend.
okay.
What's the default port of Tomcat?
80 okay.
It's can we okay, so can we disable the default web server in Spring Boot application?
Like we
If we
don't want to use Tomcat, we can use like JT or another.
mm,
Yeah, we can.
how can we do that?
Like in server, we can change the Tomcat to another thing. There is
Okay,
some
but
option
before
for server.
doing that, we need to exclude the Tomcat dependencies, right, in the
Yeah,
POM,
absolutely.
and then we have to include
Excluding
the, let's say we are going to use Jetty, then we have to use Jetty. Okay.
yeah.
How to disable specific auto configuration class?
Like using the exclude keyword on in the configuration.
Hmm. Can we create a non-web application in Spring Boot?
Yes, with the help of we can create a non-web application
Hmm.
also.
Okay.
Like we use a web starter.
Hmm.
It is our like feature. If you want to use,
Hmm.
we didn't want to use, we can't.
Okay.